Oh my gosh, I proudly presenting, I ran an 8-minute mile. What the heck? Who does that? Me. Here's the thing. I think I set the bar really low. Well, okay, to be fair, the last time I ran, it was like pushing 12 minutes. To shave off 4 minutes is ridiculous. Like, that's like unheard of. And, well, for 100. And honestly, I just think I had a good run. Like, just today, and it's only a mile. I think because a mile is like relatively short, I think that's what, I don't know, like if I were to run 2 miles, I think my like 1 minute mile would turn into something else, like, because I would become more exhausted. Like, I don't have like that endurance, you know? I was so upset that I left my watch at home. I plugged it in when I like woke up this morning to give it a little bit more charge, and then I was just out the door. Bye. And then after my run, because I'm like right, the trail that I was running on was like right by CXT, because that place is like the best, like ever. Minus Kosovo, but it's America. We're in America, so yeah. What was I going for? Oh, I did my devotional. And today the theme was for now, yeah. Simply do what is good. You know, I'm finding that a lot of the things that I'm doing for my devotionals, for my prayer life, are connecting, and I'm not trying to make them connect in any way. So oh my gosh, yeah, okay, let me just explain this. This is really cool. So I've been reading the book You Are Not Alone, right? Okay, there has been this really big emphasis that the author is going for in Matthew 16 when Jesus is with his disciples and he asks, who do people say I am? And they're like, oh yeah, you know, they say like you're like a prophet, but like you're back from the dead, like you're like Jeremiah or something, you know? Like, yeah, you're Jeremiah, Elijah, you know, whatever, just listen off prophet. They think you're a prophet. And then he goes, who do you say I am? And like the author describes this moment of Matthew being like, Matthew builds up to Matthew 16, and then like this specific gospel builds up to Matthew 16, and then it flows from Matthew 16. So this is like a point that Matthew is building up to, and then the rest of that gospel specifically flows from that verse of who do you say I am? Okay, so keep that in mind. Who do you say I am? And that's been a really big part of the book, is like talking about secularism, and it's like, who do we say Jesus is? What are these hidden beliefs that we have that cause us to choose who Jesus is, that's different than what the Gospels say that Jesus is. And then last night I did my Hallow Lectio Divina, and that was the passage that it like meditated on, that was reflecting on. I was like, who do you say I am? So I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, you see me. Yeah. So, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I did that in my devotional this morning. I just know for a fact it was in the Hallow. But I thought that this morning it said something about the who do you say I am. No, I don't think it did. I'm sorry. Still, regardless, like that connection is still fire. And, yeah, so I did that. And then, so my mom, she knows everybody. Like, my mom's a police officer, retired from the city. She knows everybody and their cousin and their brother and their auntie and their dog. And I'm just always running into people that know me, and I don't really know them, or I know them because of my mom. And this one guy used to be a judge for the city, and like, yeah, we chatted. And yeah, he was like, he saw my Bible and he goes, so are you a Bible scholar? I was like, oh no, far from it. I just love Jesus. And we talked about Jesus. He asked me what my favorite verse was, and I told him right now it's James 4:10, humble yourself before the Lord and he will lift you up. And then he told me his, and he said he thought it was from Matthew. I think he said like, oh gosh, it had to do with giving and receiving. It didn't sound very familiar to me, but he told me his. And then walked away for a little bit, told me to tell my mom. He said hi, and I was like, okay. And then he came back and he was like, hey, he's a sweet older guy. He's like, I tried to give this to a friend of mine, and he said he already had it, so I wanted to give it to you. And it's this book called, like, We Who Walk in the Light, I think. It's in my bag, I don't know, and I'm not gonna reach for it. I'm already driving with my knee at this point. I'm just, yep, I can't multitask more than holding a GoPro. And he said it was written by a Catholic priest. He kind of said that in a way that was like, well, it's written by a Catholic priest. Like, he didn't say it like that, but that was the vibe, was like, I don't know if you're going to be into it because it's written by a Catholic. And I was like, that's okay. I was like, I will read a book written by a Catholic. Like this, you know, like we both like Jesus. Like, I don't necessarily agree with praying to Mary and to the saints, but like, I'm sure that there is a lot of wisdom that Catholics have that I would love to listen to. It's just, yes. Anyways, so yeah, he gave me a book. That was so nice of him. And yeah, he was like, it's the kind of book that you don't have to read all at once. Every chapter is about a different topic. Blah, blah, blah. Finished my Devo for today. Did a little journaling. And I went to the gym. And I did an ab workout. It was so fast. I just tried to look for my watch. Barely did anything at the gym. I was in like the area and I was like, I'm just gonna go hit abs real quick. Because I can. Because I have free will and I'm unemployed. And I did. And I did like a couple arm, upper body, and a little bit of biceps, chest, tries. That's it. Literally one exercise for each. And then I was like, out. Because guess what? I haven't had breakfast. The reason why I'm talking so fast is because I've had so much caffeine on an empty stomach. Nope. I had my vitamin C pills. Wait, I'm sorry. I took my iron pills that have vitamin C in them. Yeah, so I'm a little cracked. Put on caffeine. That's why I'm yapping so fast. So, yes. It's really not that bright out. I just realized that it's so much more pleasant to drive with sunglasses on. And I don't know why I wasn't doing it sooner. Like, I always have sunglasses, but I just never wear them. And it's so much more pleasant and, like, nice on my eyes, you know? Like, so much more chill. Always gotta look for a cop there. I'm never speeding, but it's like, you know. Yeah, so I'm gonna listen to some George Strait, go home, make some food, maybe go see my grandma. Yeah. Pack a bag so I can go drive a couple hours tomorrow to go see my family. So, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his beautiful face shine upon you. And what's next? Oh, yeah. GoPro, stop recording.